Hail and Matches Adventures, it's me, the Spud King. Welcome to the world of Baldurs Gate 3 and let's jump into the game. So today I will show you how to build your Paladin and especially Oaths of Vengeance Paladin. So let's start with picking up a race. Right now abilities distribution is not affected by your picked race. So when you pick race you need to find out what you actually want from race features. For my opinion, for almost every melee class that will inflict damage, the best idea is to just go and pick half orc, because we get relentless endurance, and as frontline fighter you will be most of the time the first one who try to die. And you won't be downed, instead you will regain 1 hit points once per day. And additional stuff is savage attacks, so you using melee weapons and your critical hits will inflict a lot more damage. But another good choices can be Dragonborn, especially White Dragonborn for his cold actions, or Drow if you want Fey Ancestry, so you will be sleep resistant. Same goes for Elves, so kinda these races will be nice. So for example, let's just pick our Elf. Subrace will be Wood Elf, because Fleet of Foot pretty usable for our melee class, so we can close the distance a lot faster. So our class is Paladin, subclass is Oaths of Vengeance, which will give us Inquisitor Might. That will just give a little bit of damage, but most importantly it can daze enemy, and this will give disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws. They won't be able to take reaction and will lose dexterity to the armor class, so it will be easier to hit them. For background, pick Soldier, for athletics and intimidation, for skill proficiency in abilities go for insight and persuasion, and for skill distribution we will play Paladin with a lot of spells. That's why we go into the charisma and into the strength, because we are melee guy with a large hammer. Then we get a little bit into the dex for our armor class and some constitution for HP. So bonuses will go to the strength and to charisma +1, +2 strength, +1 to charisma. And just like that, our Paladin is ready to fight. So you start a new game as Paladin and you're ready to venture forth. But first of all, let me explain how you build early levels. So let's level up. When you hit level 2, you will unlock spell slot, different actions and a lot of spells. But most important, you will unlock fighting style. For my build I recommend picking defense to increase your armor class. Then you need to pick your spells, especially prepared spells. And we will use Compelled Duel, Shield of Faith and Cure Wounds, most importantly. Other spell is not important, so you can pick whatever you like. Maybe you want Searing Smite or Bless. Let's go and advance to level 3. So on level 3 you will get Abjure Enemy, which is action, and Wow Enmity. And this stuff will give you advantage against attack rolls, on attack rolls against enemy for 10 turns. And advantage is just cool stuff. You will roll 2 dice, so you will hit most of the time if you got this advantage stuff. This can be used as bonus action and it will require channel Oath charge. So that's like most important action for you and for your career as Paladin. So you will get additional spells and additional spell and Oath spells. So Bane is not very useful, but Hunter Marks sometimes can be useful. So you don't need to change anything just right now. And just right now, let's go into early game fight. Let me show you how you play Paladin in early game. So first of all, I recommend to use Shield of Faith before the battle. So you won't lose your actions, bonus actions in the fight. Just cast it, and while you keep in your concentration, you will have this Shield of Faith. And you will have pretty good AC right now. Armor class is very nice. So when the fight starts, all you need to do is just choose your enemy and attack him. But additional stuff that you can do in a fight. If you think you don't need this Shield of Faith or it's already broken, you can use Compelled Duel to force enemy attack you if you want to be just pure ton. But most of the time you will just use your spell slots for Divine Smite. That's kinda bread and butter for Paladins. So normal attack for this guy will inflict 4 to 11 damage. But when you use Divine Smite, it goes from 6 to 27. And if you miss, you don't use spell slot, so that's nice. Let's just go and try attack this imp. Just like that. crazy damage from our Paladin friend, and we just end our turn. If you think that your enemy is too strong, you can use one time per short rest this Oath Charge. So you just pick your Oath Charge, which is Woe of Enmity, and right now we have 95% chance of hitting, but if we get advantage on attack rolls against this person, we already have 99% to hit. So why not to do it? Again, crazy damage, just like that, your early game Paladin will play out. So let's finish this imp. And right now we just use our short rest, but don't forget our spell slots is not regenerated, because for regenerating spell slots we need long rest. So use your spells wisely. Don't need to use 2 divine smites if you just have only imps or easy enemies in front of you. So let's level up further. So we get Lionheart's Charge to heal ourselves or our allies. We got additional spells to prepare, but again, we don't actually care about them too much. And we got our feat. So for my build, you want to actually get Pole Arm Master, and when attacking with a glaive, halberd or quarterstaff or spear, you can use bonus action to attack with the butt of your weapon, and you can also make opportunity attack when target comes within range. So this is just very cool stuff. First of all, it gives additional damage because you can attack with the butt of your weapon, and when you're front lane tanky guy, you want to use this opportunity attack a lot when targets come in range. Next up, we are on level 5, and we got a lot of new and awesome spells with additional spell slots. And of course we get an extra attack, so now we can attack 2 times per turn. So now we can just drop our Shield of Faith and get instead our magic weapon. We will use it a lot. We can use Chandra's Smite, because we got a lot more spell slots right now, and Lesser Restoration is nice pick. Sometimes you just need it. And we will get on level 6 our Hour of Protection, and this should give +3 bonus actually to our saving throws and all our party members, and I don't know why it's written +0. It should give us charisma modifier. So next, from our subclass we get Relentless Avenger. If you hit enemy with opportunity attack, and you will do it a lot with Pole Arm Master, your movement speed increases on your next turn. That's why this build works very nice and very strong. On level 8 you don't need any spells, so you can prepare any spell, and we want to pick some feats that will round up our strength, because it's right now is 17. And we can pick Tavern Brawler for fun, for example. Resilient to have better chances to use saving throws. But again, I don't see right now +1 to strength, but it should give us +1 to strength when you're picking it. Or we can use Athlete to 100% give +1 to strength. And we're going to level 9. Now we get a lot of level 3 spells. So what we want right now? We want Revivify to be able to revive our party members. You can use Warden of Vitality to heal yourself and party members. And for example, Elemental Weapon. It will be a nice exchange for magic weapon, for example. And we go to level 10. On level 10 you will just get Hour of Courage, new class featured additional Lionheart's Charge. And basically that's it. You're going to level 11. And now again improved Divine Smite, so your melee weapon attacks dealing additional 1d8 damage, no matter what you are doing. So again, you're doing a lot of crazy damage right now. And our final level 12 to finish our build, to wrap up everything. You can pick one more feat, and we will pick Ability Improvement to max out our strength at this point. So right now we'll get max strength. Just like that, you got your Paladin. And let's see how this Paladin fights in late game fights. So again, it's a nice idea to pick concentration spell before the fight. For example, Elemental Weapon. And let's use our Elemental Weapon with cold damage. So we infused our hammer and we are ready to go. We don't need to use Divine Smite on every enemy we see, and we can just go and attack the imp normally. We get additional attacks, so don't forget to use them. And just like that, you fight with your Paladin. But sometime you will see a lot of strong enemies, like this big demon, for example. That's when you need to use your Oath charge, especially Vow of Enmity. Gain advantage on attack rolls on this enemy. So this will use our bonus action, and let's do it. So for 10 turns it will be easier to fight this dude. And when you're fighting these enemies, just go and use your Divine Smite. And don't forget, you can upcast it. So you can cast it as level 1 spell to inflict from 11 to 42 damage, or you just can upcast it for 13 to 58 damage with just one single attack. And don't forget, you can do a lot more attacks in one single turn. So as you can see, this Paladin build is really easy, straightforward, but very strong. I hope you liked it, enjoyed it, and you will play it. But I got builds for every class, every subclass. Watch it in the pinned comment. Subscribe for the kingdom, guys, and see you in the next videos.